And also like some people think meditation is only for old people. But whereas we see youngsters getting into meditation a lot, but then they're like, oh, we'll just like get into meditation when, we're done with all the responsibilities of the life. We are done with the kids, we are done with the job and everything. Then we can get into meditation or even like anything.
True.
And why, whereas youngsters are choosing to go into meditation
Yeah.
and making it as a part of their lifestyle.
Right.
So why is that sudden shift happening, and why those people are still choosing not to do meditation in their
True.
earlies?
Yeah. It's really even the time when I went to UK, I was afraid to say that I was meditating because people would
Mm.
look at me in a weird way and are you a hippie or something, or like why are you meditating?
And the other thing, they think in a way that are you mentally sick or what?
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the other part.
Yeah.
Like rightly said, when I to my relatives in India, I used to say, meditate. Or do you have any health issues or mental problem? Is it like
Yeah.
everything okay?
People take it
Why
the
are you
wrong way.
meditating? But I think over a period of time, with meditation has found a lot of acceptance,
Mhm.
with research also supporting, and people, a lot of entrepreneurs also admitting, like Steve Jobs, for example, he went to India to learn meditation.
Mhm.
And there are so many other CEOs who have come out openly acknowledge how it has helped them in their own material world, and to bring in new ideas or cope with stress, or even launch a product and things like that.
Mhm.
So it has definitely gained a lot of mainstream acceptance of the value of doing meditation, and also with the research supporting. For example, why the children, in fact, in schools they've started to talk about meditation.
Right.
Mhm.
That's why there's a lot of more adoption and acceptance to it, because the value of having this simple tool in schools have been taken note of.
Mhm.
Like if you any high school kid will tell you how much stress they're going through, and it continues into university.
Mhm.
And all the professions, particularly like even in our profession, physicians are one of the people with the highest levels of stress. So they all have high levels of stress starting right from high school.
Mhm.
And a lot of schools have taken, or school boards and educational institutions have taken cognizance of the fact that meditation has to be introduced earlier on, because it does help anxiety,
Yeah.
it does help deal with stress, and started early. It's like you're not just teaching them alphabets, or not just giving them degrees, but you're also giving them life skills. And meditation, I would say, is like a life skill.
And I think social media has also changed the game as well a little bit, because people now are openly talking about it, and people are actually open to talk about mental health as well.
Correct.
And if I talk about 20 years back, then people find it in a very different way. Like even if I talk
Correct.
about my parents' time,
Yeah.
they find it, this is not a problem. What are you talking about? We don't need to go to a doctor. And these days, people actually talk about it and actually find a way to actually go into meditation.
Correct. And like you rightly said, yeah, stigmatization is less
Mhm.
these days. People are able to come openly and
Yeah.
accept the fact that they are going through anxiety issues, or they have other issues which they can openly talk about without being looked down
Mhm.
and or ridiculed.
And I also feel like society is also more open, because they could understand and like see like maybe this is something I'm also going through, and they see themselves in the other person, and then there is more understanding to it.
Right.
I have another question. So meditating every day is important, or we can skip few days like gym. Like they say, like you have to go to gym like 5 days and then you're good to go. But
Right.
meditating every day,
It
can
is
you?
better to have a
Mhm.
routine. And we are habit forming creatures as human
Mhm.
beings. So it's nice to have a routine, and we do it. So, but if we miss a day here or there, it's fine. It's not like, even for me, when I'm on call, or when I'm not able to do it, or my sleep schedule is affected for various reasons, then I miss my morning meditation. It's best not to feel bad about it. It's not like a
Mhm.
regimental thing, but it's good to incorporate it. But one of the beautiful things is, it's not that it's like like even when a lot of people who might want to lose weight, for example, they sign up to the gym and they see it as a chore to do that. But if you look at somebody who is like wants like admires their physique and wants like they really love going to the gym, you don't have to force them to do that.
Right.
It's they take interest to do that. They go there every day because they want to look beautiful and they want to stay fit that way. So that kind of interest is what drives the meditation after some time.
But also, sometimes, as you have said, like sometimes it like also triggers somebody. Taking breaks. Do you think is it okay to take breaks, like for the person who does meditation regularly,
Yeah,
but then something is triggering the person? Do you think is it okay to stop and then maybe come
absolutely,
back
absolutely,
later when they feel more okay?
Definitely. In fact, that stoppage could be various reasons also.
Mhm.
There are times even as you meditate, if you're a regular meditator too,
Right.
and we talked about those different points.
Right.
And sometimes we hit a point or a block in a point where we don't feel like meditating.
Yeah.
So that's also when that happens. That's a time when it's an indication also to go to a trainer and see if that blockage can be fixed or removed, so that the interest can be restored.
So that is more on the cleaning part of meditation.
Correct. And also at least the importance of sitting with a trainer
Right.
to be able to do that. And of course, it could be a different, if it's a medical reason or whatever reason, of
Yeah.
course, there's no rigidity here.
Yeah.
We create our own destiny and we create our own pathway.
True.
It's not like a mandatory thing. And most of the time what I find is the experiences by itself becomes a carrot for you to do it further.
Right.
And and when you have a map also, instead of saying, okay, this is a dull meditation every day, we do have a map of our spiritual anatomy. Daji has written a book on spiritual anatomy, and it talks about various points and various experiences you will have in a point. So you actually look forward to those experiences, right?
Yeah.
So okay, I have something in point 2 now. I have something in point 3. So that kind of gives you an idea of where you're traveling. That helps for people to, without having a blind destination, okay, what this destination is. I know what the sceneries are like. Does this correlate with that?
True.
So yeah, there's nothing regimental. We can despite all this, we can take a break.
Yeah. And it's fine, like to
Absolutely.
like come back whenever you feel like it's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That makes sense.
And in one of your initial meetings, you mentioned that we can actually meditate with open eyes. And that's like a final stage kind of a thing where everybody has to arrive. And in one of the biggest Punjabi singer called Diljit, he also mentioned in one of his concert that he's always in a state of meditation. So what's your thought on that? Like, how is it possible?
Yeah.
Because when we're talking about the silence, to be quiet, close your eyes, focus on your heart. But how is that possible when we're talking about meditating with open eyes and to be in a meditation state all the time?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question too. The reason why we meditate, again, there's a purpose why we are doing that, right? So once we achieve that peace, and most of us meditators find that we can't hold on to it for long. That whatever beautiful condition you achieve in the morning meditation or whatever time one chooses to meditate, you achieve a certain state after meditation, and you want to hang on to it or even enrich it further. And the moment you then step out of the meditation, the life, you have to face the beauties of life. It's not, you can be stable, but things around you may not necessarily be stable. And there's always going to be ups and downs, right? So some material problem could face, or somebody can shout at you, or even in the going to work in the traffic, something can happen and that can trigger you. So the challenge is how to keep the condition. So what we do with the meditation is, after some time, we start valuing that state, and your behavior also adapts to it. So with the cleaning and with the meditation, with both going in hand, your state of being, because you put more interest in that state, you become more open, you become more compassionate and empathic as well.
Doesn't it lose like your focus at that time?
Absolutely not. In fact, if at all anything, it makes you be more present.
Mhm.
So
Interesting.
many times when we listen to a problem or listening to something, we are somewhere else. Even
Mhm.
while we are driving, our focus may not be there all the time.
True.
And particularly when we hear alternative ideas or opinion from people, we are already trying to frame the response to that person
Mhm.
instead of listening to them. What I've noticed is, like, when we are meditating and when we carry that state, we become more present and we hear people out, and we can even come up with better solution. And so many times, even listening to people, giving them that ability to give them the audience of listening,
Mhm.
helps the person actually calm down too.
I've also experienced and heard that too, that you can also cancel the extra noises through meditation. Like, yes, you can tap to what you really want to listen and what are all the extra things which is bugging you and how to cross that.
Correct.
And that can, again, like meditation is like one of the ways to like tap into that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And over a period of time, you can also be, you can postpone a reaction to something.
Right.
You don't. You'll say, okay. You can choose to say, okay, I don't have to react to this now, but I can react to this later on. And even the act of postponement or
Mhm.
giving a pass helps you to settle down.
Because I personally feel this, like sometimes I would not know how to feel at the present moment. And I either it's like good or bad. Like I just don't know. Like I don't have any sort of reaction to it. But maybe thought I'm like numb to it. But of course, like I could feel things because I'm human at the end of the
Yes.
day.
Yeah.
And then maybe later, like after days or weeks, I like, okay, yes, this is what I was feeling.
Correct.
Maybe like what's the reason behind that?
And everybody is different, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, totally. But according to you, what is the ultimate goal of meditation? Like when you're doing meditation for that long, what is the goal for doing it?